We just received the fourth and final episode of the Helluva Boss shorts this year, this one titled Chupacabra. We still have 3 full episodes of Helluva Boss coming in October, November, and December, but I thought now would be a good time to break down the shorts, talk about how we got them, and the interesting lore that seems to connect them all. My name is Deepcut, penguins call me slurs, and let's jump into it. Now, legally, we only have 4 Helluva Boss shorts. We have Hell's Bells, which focused on Sally Mae and Millie having a girls' day in Imp City, Mission Antarctica, which involved the gang fighting some racist penguins in the south, Weeaboo, which was about Blitz needing to kill a weeb, and finally the most recent episode, Chupacabra, was about the gang going down to Tijuana. Now, these 4 shorts were a fun surprise this year, but I personally feel that we can say there was something of a pilot or episode 0 for these shorts in the music video Look My Way. This was a music video that appeared before the shorts, which are given official episode numbers, and beyond that, the music video seemed to be separate in terms of overall production anyways. But overall, it did seem to be a sort of test for the upcoming shorts. The new shorts generally come with a new haul of merchandise inspired by the short, with my personal theory being that these shorts were a way to get more immediate sales on merchandise, as these shorts could be delayed until the production of the merchandise was done, instead of what happens with the actual episodes, where the goal is to get them out as soon as possible so that the audience can enjoy them, and thus some of their toys and related merch don't end up coming out until some time after the episode is aired, at a time when a lot of interest in those themes from those earlier episodes have begun to fade out. Look My Way was a beautiful music video sequence that allowed for some artful merch for the audience to enjoy, and I imagine it was a key part in getting the funds to really get these shorts going alongside the major episodes. The actual shorts would become a lot less musical, however, and focus more so on the premise of our core characters going up to Earth to kill humans, as opposed to exploring hell like most episodes of the actual show does. While we get a little exploration of Imp City in episode 1 with Sally Mae's visit, it still felt more like a return to the core of the show, with it focusing on its key cast members, whereas a lot of the big episodes have begun to focus on the bigger world of hell and even its elites. In episode 2 through 4 of the shorts, we start seeing the missions to Earth, which I think makes sense more as shorts than actual episodes, at least with the more fluffy, fillery ideas that they're using here. One thing they have definitely delivered on, however, is the actual lore of how demons influence the Earth and have throughout history. From the pilot of Helluva Boss, we already knew that the elite demons were pulling strings on Earth, with Stolas trying to affect the outcome of global warming by having Blitz assassinate a strong environmentalist figure. The original story of Helluva Boss was apparently going to be a lot more about the mission Stolas sends the gang on in particular, and how they start to get the gang in trouble. But in the show now, it goes well beyond Stolas. Blitz now has the Osmodian crystal to travel to the Earth, something that a lot of succubus have in order to do the job of seducing humans and to spread vice and sin, something we saw back in episode 3 of season 1. Even the next episode coming out, Ghost Effers, yes, I'm still saying Ghost Effers, seems to be trying to explain the real-life phenomena of haunted houses based on what we can see in the trailer. Here, Blitz and Millie are called in to investigate a haunted hotel, with Blitz using a vacuum like in Luigi's Mansion or Ghostbusters, instead of trying to use a real gun to kill a target. Through what we see in the trailer, the hotel is haunted by a possessor demon from the Envy Ring, who has the power to go through walls and things like that, allowing him to create ghostly haunted experiences for people on Earth. The point is, the show uses a lot of its little time on Earth to try and explain how hell influences the Earth, how so many things that we experience in real life are supposedly done by demons. The latter 3 shorts seem to do the same thing, and in fact they all seem to connect to each other along the way. The Mission Antarctica short was interesting because it was very distinctly about animals attacking humans and demons, with the seal-looking animal that first attacks the gang being presented with a very demonic face. The seal almost looks like he's possessed by a possessor or something, and while nothing comes out of him after he gets shot like some ghost or demon, we find that he himself has been attacked by some penguins, who are also violent, though less demonic looking in the face and a bit more sentient with their ability to communicate with each other. It's a humorous short and clearly inspired by such films as The Thing, where expeditions to Antarctica go horribly wrong because of ancient evils that they find there. But what are the chances that this is actually related to hell within the show? It may not be true, but I at least want to believe that just the mere presence of demons may have some evil effects on the animals over time. We know that drinking just a little bit of Beelzejuice can turn a fish into a giant sea monster, and apparently demonic guns are burning hot to the human touch, as we see in the 4th short. And with there being so many conspiracy theories about portals to hell and ancient alien fallen angels being trapped beneath the ice of Antarctica, perhaps something along those lines is leaking its evil out and somehow making the penguins racist and the seals demonic. Now, the 3rd short was probably my favorite now that I've rewatched all of them, and it focused on Blitz taking a solo mission to try and kill a fanfiction writer who loved demon-based anime. This episode was interesting because Blitz could not harm the girl as long as she was wearing merch from her favorite anime, merch that happened to have a pentacle on it. Here, we see that as long as the pentacle was upright, the person who wore it was protected. However, the upside-down pentacle, as seen on the weeaboo stuffed animal, doesn't protect it from getting hurt. This was especially interesting after the recent episode, which episode 3 seemed to be foreshadowing, as it involved not just goats, but one goat in particular getting an upside-down pentacle from Blitz and then becoming the leader of some sort of demonic cult. Now, real quick, in the comments of our last video, there was a lot of discussion about what the difference is between a pentacle versus a pentagram, with some trying to claim that the 5-pointed star facing up is the pentacle, and when it's upside down, it's the pentagram, but that doesn't seem to be the case. A pentacle is apparently a star within a circle, and a pentagram is just the star with no circle at all, so a pentacle is a pentagram in a circle. And when turned upside down, a pentacle is just an inverted pentacle, or a pentagram an inverted pentagram. The upright pentagram has been used as a holy symbol for a long time, with even the Christians using it to represent Jesus and his 5 wounds at certain times in history. The upside-down star became a popular demonization of this, an inversion of what is holy. The pentagram is considered sacred, at least in part, because from the Earth's perspective, the orbit of Venus around the Sun makes a 5-pointed shape, with the ruler of hell, Lucifer Morningstar, being a reference to the planet Venus, which was known for rising before the Sun each morning for 9 months at a time. The inverted pentacle or pentagram would become associated with the devil, particularly the horned devil or even the goat-headed devil like Baphomet. In the most recent episode, the goats attack the IMP gang in a situation not all that different from them getting attacked by the penguins in Mission to Antarctica, and they seem to also have their own sort of animal societal language like the penguins do, even if they aren't using it just to shout slurs. What's important here is that Blitz ended up giving an inverted pentacle sticker with his business name on it to the goat, and he ended up becoming the demonic leader of his little goat cult. A lot of people, including our editor Haro, says this is just a reference to the video game Cult of the Lamb. But with how it was foreshadowed in Weeaboo, I can't help but feel that this is more than just a joke about these unevolved goats believing themselves to be given an imaginary blessing by demons. After seeing the power of the pentacle in Weeaboo, I have to imagine that it hints at this symbol ultimately having a very strong effect on the goats, perhaps bringing them to a demonic sort of sentience that will have them going to fight against the humans. Because of the association of goats with the devil and demons, I want to believe that this has happened throughout history in the world of Helluva, and that perhaps this symbol has been used in the past to make animals as a whole act evil and aggressive towards humans, as a way for the demons to infect the cattle of the humans, as part of their elaborate and horrifying ways that demons are shown to haunt the earth. But what do you guys think? These are just shorts mostly focused on comedy, so not everything has to be super serious lore to dissect here. But with the connecting ideas of the animals and the pentacles, I just have to think they're hinting at something much bigger. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time.